The Knicks hire Jalen Brunson's father, Rick, as an assistant coach. This is now the third time that he has been an assistant under Tom Thibodeau. He was in Chicago. He was in Minnesota with Tibbs. So Jalen Brunson's dad going to one of the teams that has been rumored, probably the number one rumor team.
Yeah.
You got the Pistons. You got Carlisle lurking maybe in Indiana. What is this going to mean?
Well, I guess my follow-up question would be, does he want to play for his dad? There are a lot of people that were like, no, I don't know. I don't want to play for my dad.
Yeah. I don't think Lonzo would want to play for LeVar. That's just a guess.
It's my guess.
Like, does Bronny want to play with LeBron? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know if Bronny wants to play with his dad. Let alone playing for his dad. I guess if you're playing with LeBron, you're also playing for him. I don't know. Like, this is definitely something. It is. There's no doubt about that. It's definitely something. I guess my question would be, does he want to play for his dad? Does he want to be coached by his dad?
And is he willing to give up some Mavs money to go to the Knicks in terms of his role? That's the big question. Because as Cuban said, after they were eliminated, we could pay him the most. They can give him the 5th year versus everyone else giving him 4 years.
4 years.
So how much is that going to factor in? Now, Jalen Brunson's dad, his little LeVar moment during the playoffs told Tim McMahon, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. We tried to give him a break. We came back to them after they rejected us before the year. During the year, we said, hey, is this good enough now to give us a contract? They still said no. So we tried to give the Mavericks an opportunity, and now it's going to come down to cash. If it comes down to cash, yeah, the Mavs win, but big picture to the Mavs win. If we're sitting here talking about $30 million, that's not a Mavs win, in my opinion.
No, $30 million is definitely not a Mavs win.
30.
No, that is not a Mavs win. But
like, this probably pushes up the price on the Mavs.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think it pushes up the price on them for sure. But like,
should we have just made him an assistant coach here?
No,
that's the way it works.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of the way it works. Man, look, if you're Jalen Brunson, yes, it is about, if it is about the money, the 5th year plays into it, no doubt. But would it be better for you long term to take a spot where you're not, he's not even like long term. He ain't even the 2 here. Even if they sign him, the long term is they need to find somebody else to be the 2. Yeah. So he's going to be further down the pecking order, which means his contract after this is not going to be as high. Like, doesn't he have to take this job? Doesn't he have to take this role
with the Knicks?
With the Knicks, with the Pacers?
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I don't know how to argue that whatsoever.
You could stay here and you'll have a safe career and you'll be making $20 million, $25 million for the rest of your life, and great. But if you go to the Knicks and let's say you think you're a star, or let's say you go to the Pacers or whoever, Detroit, you think you're a star and you be that number 1 guy or at least the primary ball handler, and you're never going to be below the number 2, and it's only a 4-year deal, well, that next contract comes up and all of a sudden maybe you're a max player.
Bobby Marks projected 4 teams with a minimum of $20 million of cap space. All right. Detroit, Indiana. Detroit's been mentioned too. Indiana, Orlando, and the Spurs. The Pacers, Magic, and Spurs seem to be set at the guard position, leaving only the Pistons as a legit threat. The Knicks would need to clear $20 million in salary to have a legitimate shot. The Thunder have $32 million to take back, but have to do it by June 30th. New York or any team could also engage with Dallas on a sign and trade, but that would require the Mavericks to cooperate. So I'm sure Mike Bassick has played around already with New York Knicks sign and trade options. There's also a last year compensation rule, blah, 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 blah. This gets really confusing. Incoming salary, outgoing salary, all that stuff. But the New York Knicks appeared to be interested, but they got to clear $20 million of cap space.
Yeah, that's these sign and trades. You get into this, it's very convoluted. I don't really understand how you do a lot of it, but There are. This is what the Mavericks were a. I don't want to say a smart team because they are a smart team. This is where you start to have the wheels turn. Do we think he wants to be here? Does he want to go somewhere else? If we think he wants to go somewhere else, don't we have to make a sign and trade? Don't we have to get something for him instead of just losing him?
So Jalen at 25 per, keep him. Jalen at 30, let him go to the Knicks.
I mean, even at 25, I'd almost let him go to the Knicks.
Same.
I mean, I think I think he's a good player. I think you can find him. Somewhere.
And the fact that Jalen Brunson's dad is now with the Knicks organization, that's not a guarantee. He's going to go to the Knicks. They have a very tumultuous relationship. There was a 2015 Sports Illustrated article talking about how their relationship.
Talk about Temple.
Yeah. They talked about that. They talked about the fact that when he was growing up, he was very hard on his son. In fact, he would actually walk onto the court during pickup games and yell at his son and really chew him out. And now he's going to go, be in an organization with his father. It's not the candy coated relationship some may think.
So someone in the media business, a national figure, DM'd me yesterday.
Wow, look at this.
Hello, Skip. No, that's Skip.
It was not Skip.
Oh.
I blocked him, or I should be blocking him. So Rick Brunson, former NBA player, was supposed to be an assistant at Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen Brunson was going to go there. We've never talked about this story, Patrick Ewing, right?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Do you, Troy?
No, go ahead. I think I do, but go ahead.
So Rick Brunson, according to two different articles that I read,
mm-hmm.
he had an infatuation with a massage therapist, a Deshaun Watson type comparison. And he kept going to see this massage therapist. She was getting uncomfortable. She said, stop coming here. Rick Brunson made an appointment for a massage under the name Patrick Ewing. He was teammates with Pat Ewing. So Brunson walks in. The girl's expecting Patrick Ewing, not Rick Brunson. And he got in trouble for that. He was arrested and charged with attempted criminal sexual assault, criminal sexual abuse, and third-degree aggravated battery. And the Sporting News, another website, has details on this, as he kept sending text messages, and she's like, please, I'm going to get a restraining order. Please go ahead and stop messaging me, as he used Patrick Ewing as the massage alias.
Wow.
And then afterwards, he gets a job with the Timberwolves organization. And then he left that organization because he had to resign because of accusations of improper conduct towards women while in the workplace.
All right.
So once again, going back to Jalen Brunson's dad's in New York, that may be a guarantee. Not at all.
I don't know what this means in terms of his dad going to the Knicks, if it means that he's going to go there. It may not mean anything. It may not mean anything. There's a lot of people who don't want to be, you don't want to mix business and pleasure or family and business.
Family.
Some people love mixing family and business.